It was really a way of keeping a record of what we looked like. That was really where it started, I have to say, as simple as that. We were both at Pratt together, and just for fun, and I thought it would be great to just be able to look back on those. And so it was a way of utilizing sculpture and record keeping at the same time. And I was interested in record keeping, and so that's really where it came from, was a way of keeping kind of a visual record. I was very moved by the idea that you could tell political, powerful stories through the medium of puppetry, and it kind of lessened the load of the message. They are these objects that are meant to have a life of some kind, so when they're just sitting there, they are rather lifeless, and they kind of dissolve, into the space, and I'm kind of intrigued by that, because they are meant to do something other than just sit there. They have this power to tell stories. These two puppets in particular could tell many different stories, and I find that kind of really rich. I think they were a way to explore a relationship without it being very obvious. That they kind of helped me in that, because I was taking some photographs at the time of the two of us and thinking a lot about the dynamic between relationships, whether they be figures separated from each other or entwined with each other, etc. So they kind of allowed me they were little models, maquettes, to fool around with ideas. You can look at the photographs and then think about what the next step would be, which would be, in the case of these, taking an actual photograph of either myself or the two of us. And really they were just kind of the beginning. In a way, they're sketches to a degree. And then the final product ends up in a sculpture that's a lot of times less recognizable. What's interesting about puppetry and people who really use it as a medium, and art medium, to explore ideas like William Kentridge, is that there's a distance between the story and the person who's presenting the story. So it's easier to be kind of in back of the camera in a way, without the camera being on you telling the story. Well, I think it's important to really say that I'm not a puppeteer, because I wouldn't want to take that away from people. I think it's just one of the many mediums that I kind of like to work with, and as a sculptor I think you do that. You explore your ideas through many different materials, let's put it that way. I think it could become something else, but it allows me a lightness that maybe I don't feel in some of the other work that I do. Well, my name is Lisa Capone. I'm an artist, primarily sculpture, but I draw as well, so my work tends to be in the three-dimensional realm. I teach at Pratt Institute, where I went as a graduate student, and I've been there for 12 years, but past that for another 5. And I exhibit, and I'm currently making work, and I live in New York City.